what happens when we take all of these away?
It's gonna look ugly. It's gonna look ugly.
Right. It's not fun. When you think the little girls who wear rainbows and unicorns, they're going to be wearing a green heel. It's heel. How do you guys say it? You say heel? Heel? You can go under.
What?
A heel, like you go up a hill and down a hill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Does this look like a rainbow?
No,
Why?
because
There's not what?
it's not colorful.
It's not colorful. There's not a what? Variety? There's not colors. There's only one color, and it's kind of boring, right? So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk about diversity. Diversity is a variety of things, okay? And since we talk about government, we talk about a lot of policies, we talk about continents, we talk about states, we talk about places, we're going to talk about those people that live in those places, okay? That's why it's important for us to be kind of respectful of other cultures, because we're going to be talking about their customs a little bit the next 2 days, okay? But if there's only one, we only talk about
everybody the same.
no. If we only talk about one, we talk about Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We don't think about anything else. We're going to have this mindset of one thing, okay? Now, I'm going to take these. Actually, you can keep them. Will you, Stanley, you pull that up for me?
Pull up.
The PowerPoint. So, this paper you are going to be turning in, so please put your name on it.
I forgot how much I weigh.
If I turn the lights out, can you guys still see the right?
Yep.
Sure.
You still okay?
Yes.
Okay.
6'3".
I'm 6'3".
Does it have volume that needs to be on it too?
Not for the video then. Then yeah.
There should be. Oh wait, I know my height. I forgot my weight.
Okay. So like I said, we're going to talk about diversity. Here's the next one.
Yep.
So what do you guys think diversity is? When you think about it, what do you think?
A long word.
Okay. Do you know the meaning behind diversity other than what's on the board? What would come to mind first to you?
Like other people of different cultures and types just coming along
Space.
together.
Okay. Space, what do you mean?
Right.
Logan?
Can I sit closer to the
Yeah. Absolutely.
Or the past.
Okay. When we think diversity, we can kind of think about the past and how it changes. Anybody else?
I
Okay.
want to hear from everybody.
What about you, Christian? What do you think diversity is?
Everybody come together.
Okay. That can all kinds of people coming together can cause that. Yeah, sure. What about you, Dalton? What do you think diversity is? What about, do you go fishing? Do you go hunting? You go fishing, right? When you go fishing, do you catch the same fish every time?
No.
So you catch different fish, okay? So when we're talking about diversity, it's kind of what we're talking about too. Different people, different things. It doesn't have to be people. Okay, what about you, Holly? What about you? What's diversity?
People can come together and they can talk to each other.
Okay. That's a good side of diversity. you can come together and talk about differences, right? What about you, Devin? What do you think diversity is?
Like very fun.
I'm sorry?
So it's something like very fun.
Something fun?
That is taken away.
Oh, that is taken away? Okay. I can probably go along with that. I can see where you're coming from. What about you, Brittany? What's diversity to you? When people are happy? Okay. Taylor, do you want to say what you said one more time?
Like people of different cultures and skin types just coming together and being friends.
Okay. And what about you, Zach?
Different people.
Ours has space or past.
Okay.
It
Yes,
shows
Logan?
Groups of different people.
Groups of different people, okay? When we're talking about diversity, right here, a state of being diverse, a variety, okay? On your paper, this is how we're going to do this. It says, the state of being blank, variety. You're going to put the word diverse. Okay. I'm sorry? Okay, cool. So, this simply means there are different types of things, okay? Diversity allows people to be unique, okay? What does unique mean?
different.
Different. Okay, not normal. Right. Okay, so that last word, that last blank, put unique. Okay, does everyone see how we're doing this paper now?
Yeah, just fill in the blank.
Brittany, do you see how we're doing this paper? Awesome. Okay. So, when we talk about diversity, are we only talking about people? Are we?
No.
No. When you go to the grocery store isn't just one item, right? You get fruit, and you can get 15 different types of fruit at the grocery store. You can get 15 different types of lettuce at the grocery store. Okay,
They have
depending
to
on
have
which
a
one you go
certain
on.
Group of lettuce.
Which stresses me out because they all look exactly the same, and I don't know which one is. So, what about sports? Sports can be diverse.
There's 100 different sports.
Okay, and there's 100 different people in those sports, right? Okay, we go to the next one. Thank you. So, give me examples of diversity. My example is jobs. Okay, I am an intern. I'm a student teacher. I am here to learn to teach you guys. Okay, Miss Hanley has a little bit of a different job than I do. She is the teacher at this school. She is here not only to teach you guys, but to teach myself as well. Okay? Miss Wilson does the same. She has a little bit of a different job than we do. Okay? Does everyone understand that? Jobs can be diverse as well. Okay? Thanks. So this is just kind of an example of diversity. We go eat. We choose. What if we just had McDonald's every day?
Oh my God. That'd be sickening.
You could get,
You die.
You can die tonight.
yeah, but you had to get a McChicken sandwich every single day
No.
and a large sweet tea.
I'll take the tea.
I'd rather take. I'd rather take the sweet tea too. I'm sorry.
When I first moved to a town, I actually had Taco Bell like for the first 2 weeks every day because I didn't have a Taco Bell in my town. So I was like, this is awesome. This was like the Olive Garden for me as a college student.
I love tacos.
Same, Big 12, okay? Diversity in teams. Every single person that you meet from these teams, they're going to be different. They're from
How do you
different
not have
places.
North Carolina up there?
This is just Big 12. This is the only conference.
Oh.
That's my conference. So that's
Okay.
what I thought about. Cars.
Yes.
Sports teams. I put NBA up here.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay? So things like that can be diverse as well, not just people. But we're kind of going to focus on people. I just want
You
to
missing
discuss
teams
that.
though.
I'm sorry?
You missing teams though.
And you can only fit so many.
Yeah, just
Listen.
an example.
Okay.
Just be proud of him that he put it on there.
Be proud that I did this,
Oh yeah.
this, and this. Okay? So, what makes a person diverse? Now, I want you to think of things that you can see. My example is I am 6'3". I'm pretty tall. Miss Hanley is not 6'3". She is shorter than I am. I didn't know how tall you were. How tall are you?
5'4.5".
I'm almost a foot taller than Miss Hanley. Okay? Our height, you can see our height, makes us a little bit diverse, right? Okay? So, what do you think? What can you see in someone to make them diverse?
Their height, the way they look.
What do you mean with the way they look? It's kind of broad. Give me one example.
I mean, if they're
One's ugly, one's pretty.
no.
That's subjective.
That's mean. Like if they're a different culture and then so they look a certain way.
Okay, so maybe a different skin tone.
Dress.
Yeah.
Okay?
Like darker skin or lighter skin.
Okay.
Different color hair.
Hair color,
Eye color.
eye color. What? Can you see the language? You can hear it, right? So that's something a little bit different. The way they dress. Okay? What about you, Devin? What do you think?
What about the
What can you look at someone and see that they're different? What's the difference between you and Brittany? You're a boy, she's a girl. Okay? Okay?
What about the way they talk?
Your
Well,
gender.
you can't see their
You can't
voice.
see the way they talk.
No, I mean if
I
you
said-
like hear them.
Here, that's what I'm trying to
Okay.
do.
I guess you can say that. I guess you could say hearing. Okay? We hit the next one. So, when we're talking about this. Oh,
You
so
don't
I
write
said
anything?
eye color. I said gender, height, skin color. Everyone's fingerprints are different. What?
We don't write anything.
Not yet. The next
Ain't
one you do.
your right thumbprint and your left thumbprint different?
Yes. All of your fingerprints are different, and what's kind of crazy is they change. Okay?
Huh?
Your fingerprints kind of change a little bit depending on if you burn your fingers or if when you grow, they get a little bit bigger, they spread out a little bit more, things like that. Okay? Body shape, you can see if, let's say, if I went to work out and Zach went to work out, we did the same workout plan, we did the same diet, we did the same everything. Are we going to end up the same?
No.
No. Everyone's different.
Different genes.
Right. Your
Little
DNA.
different.
Okay? I think it's 97% of us are the same. For the most part, we have 2 legs, we have 10 fingers, we have two hands, 2 arms. Now, some people are different, right? And that makes them a little bit more unique.
I know
Okay.
a person with 9 fingers.
There's a couple people. Okay, so this is what you're going to write down. First one, gender. Okay?
Oh, we're just gonna write the whole list.
Yep, we're going to write it where there's a blank. Okay? Okay? We're talking about gender.
Excuse me.
Gender is the way that someone identifies themselves. Okay? Now, we're going to, let's see, we'll get into that today.
What? You-
Okay, actually, we'll go into it now. We're going to talk a little bit about culture in the next section of this stuff. Every culture is different, right? There's some cultures that don't see gender at all. Okay? In Colombia, in some tribes in Africa, some groups in Asia, things like that, they don't see gender. There's a male and a female, but there's not necessarily a mother and a father. Everyone's the mother, everyone's the father, everyone does the same job, everyone helps out the same way. They're to see everyone as one person. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. So, we have those wrote down? Yep.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, what about things we can't see? What are some things that we can't see that makes a person
Language.
unique?
Because you look at your
Language.
picture.
Okay, let's do language. Language is a good one. You can hear language, right?
Yeah.
But I can't look at you and know what language that you're speaking,
Unless you're Mexican.
right?
No.
No, because again, I won't know what language that person's speaking.
Just because, what do you mean by that? If you're from Mexico, you automatically speak a certain
No, if you're
language?
in Mexico, you
But look, I think that you all have made the misconception, especially with Christian.
We can tell that he knows 2 languages though.
How can you,
How?
How? How can you know that he knows 2 languages?
Do I look like I know 2 languages?
No.
What, and I told you that I know 3 languages.
Well, you probably learned it.
But what do you think he did? He didn't wake up. He wasn't born with 2 languages. He had to learn
Learn it.
2 languages. Anybody has to learn
Learn.
languages, regardless of the fact that and I think that this is a good lesson in the fact of just because you look at somebody, it doesn't mean that they automatically know 2 languages or know another language. Just because you're born in Mexico doesn't mean that you speak Spanish. Just because you're born in Germany doesn't mean that you speak German. And definitely just because you're born in America doesn't mean you speak English.
See
I
that?
think
No.
Logan was bringing up a good point
Yeah.
as well, as far as when you were saying like deaf people, like you can't tell that a person is deaf
Exactly.
just by looking at them.
Right. There's in Roses in North Myrtle Beach, there's a cashier and she'll talk to you. She will talk to you, but she's deaf. She can speak, she's verbal, but she can't hear you. The only reason I knew that she was deaf is because she has a name tag on that says that she was deaf. So that people aren't like yelling at her or something like that for not responding.
That's pretty,
But
that's pretty cool.
A lot of people, they'll be born, a lot of people that can speak and actually use their words are, they either have really good speech pathologists that are helping them out, or they had mono as a kid and then
Yeah, I
They
was about to
lose.
say, normally they've heard
Mhm.
like voices and like the one girl Brooke, so she can speak like a little, but
Can
normally
Tyler
if you're
speak?
born deaf, you have no idea what.
Right.
but it's still a talent to even close your ears and speak and see how you speak. It's a crazy feeling. Or when you have your beats on and you speak to someone, I'm sure 95% of the time you're screaming at them. So, but that's something that we're going to talk about tomorrow is stereotyping, okay? And seeing someone and making like some sort of
Judgment.
judgment about them. That's what I was trying to say. Judgment about them that isn't true, okay? Just by looking at them. Now, I made that. I have a friend. She is from Brazil. I thought that she would speak Spanish. I thought her mom's from Brazil. She grew up in Brazil. She speaks very, very good English, but she doesn't speak Spanish. She speaks.
What language do they speak in Brazil?
Portuguese. Good. She speaks Portuguese, which
They
was
do not speak
totally
Spanish.
different than what I thought. I was like, man, my friend's going to teach me Spanish. We're going to go hang out. We're going to do this. No, I don't understand a word that she's saying sometimes because it is such a cool language. But it was a misconception that I had. Okay. Now Logan said something about sign too. You can see that if someone's signing to you or they're signing to their interpreter or something, you can see that language, right? But you can't look at someone and say that person's deaf.
yeah, but
Even if they have hearing aids, they may just be hard of hearing. Okay? They may just be hard of hearing, they may be deaf, they may just need that little amplifier. Okay? So, you go to the next one. Oh wait, what else, Brittany? What do you think? When we're talking about seeing something or diversity that we can't see about something. What is something? What do you think? Okay, no, we just said we could see that. We kind of see them doing it. Devin, you want to help her out? What do you think? What is something that makes someone different that you can't see? Okay, there's a Okay, Logan.
language, how they speak, how they talk.
Okay. So, this is what I put up here. I put language. Okay, that's one thing we were just talking about. We're talking about language. I put religion. I'm not going to be able to look at someone and tell their religion. Okay? Yes. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was gonna ask if that's the Hindu sign.
Okay. Really, really, really glad that you said that because I was going to say it anyways. This sign right here, what does it look like?
Swastika.
It looks like a swastika, right? However, when you think of like the swastika, you kind of think, my immediate thought goes to the Holocaust and these lives being taken and things like that. However, this was, I have to think of the name of it. I can't think of the religion, but it's a religion that celebrates peace and humanity. Okay, so that symbol changed, but I'm really glad that you pointed that out. That's something that I was like, well, I don't know why that's on there, but it celebrates peace and humanity, and it's this religion that does that. Okay.
I thought it was a swastika.
Yeah, I mean that's what it looks like. It does.
But the
Okay.
the swastika does not have those dots.
I said sexual orientation. You can't tell if someone what part of the LGBT community they are in just by looking at them. Okay? If you do, you're stereotyping, which again we're going to talk about tomorrow. Okay? Okay. Down here, I put a group of people. Now, I hate using this word. Well, I don't like. You can't tell if someone has an exceptionality, and I hate using this word, but a disability. Okay? You can't tell just by, sometimes you can, but just by someone walking down the street, there's some things that you don't know about that person, things they may struggle with. Okay? Dr. Carbone's son is dyslexic. Okay? You would never be able to tell that by looking at him. Okay? People with autism. Sometimes you can tell a little bit, but for the most part you can't. Okay? They have trouble reading or they have trouble doing math or anything like that. You can't tell unless you're talking to them. Does everyone understand that?
Yes.
Okay?
The intellectual versus the physical
Right.
disability.
And now you can see a physical disability. That's something in the past slides. But if it's something with their brain or the way it functions, sometimes you can't tell. Okay?
That sign right there, the one that was like Nazi sign, was like reminds me of Hitler.
We just said that. Literally had a conversation of that.
Oh.
Okay, go back for me really quick. And this is a big thing that I had trouble with putting in here was cultural differences. Okay? What do I mean by cultural differences? What do I mean?
One person believes in God and the other one believes in Hindu spirit.
Okay, that's religion, but how you celebrate it.
Yeah.
Okay? We celebrate Christmas, right? Others may not celebrate Christmas. They may celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. They may, I'm sorry?
Kwanzaa.
Is, I don't know.
Kwanzaa starts the day after Christmas to January 6th, I think.
What religion is that? I don't remember.
I don't know that it
I
is
don't
a
believe,
religion.
it's not a
just-
religion, it's a cultural,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Some people don't celebrate it at all. Okay?
There's one famous thing that Indians what do you say, like culture or a celebration?
Okay.
Indians?
Yeah. So, now, do you have to agree with their culture? No. Right? You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to celebrate it. You're not forced to do so. But is it okay to accept it?
Yes.
That that's their culture?
Yes.
Right? So, this is something. I'm sorry?
You can't change it.
You can't change it. And this is something that's been around for a long time. So we have piercings here, right? People get their nose pierced, people get their tongue pierced, people do that. In some cultures, they celebrate putting swords through the side of their mouth.
Yeah.
They celebrate these big, huge piercings, and that's a celebration they have. They line the streets and they do this. Okay? Another
How they do
one, I'm sorry?
How do they do it?
They stick the sword through their mouth and just leave it in there and walk around all day.
Oh my God.
But there's a significance to it. I mean,
There
I don't know
is.
what- yeah, like almost like I had a friend who just celebrated her quinceañera. if I'm not-
Quinceañera.
Right. So which is her becoming right.
Is it
And
the
being
15?
Yes.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so when do we celebrate becoming an adult?
18.
I'm sorry? 18? Yeah, I thought you said in June. I was like, no. When you turn 18. They kind of celebrate that becoming of a woman a little bit earlier.
And being responsible, like she's now responsible, like for her own actions, her own thoughts, more on the religious aspect of things, like her relationship between like her and whoever she serves or her whoever they serve.
Which is
Can't
super
remember.
important to that culture.
Right.
That is something, we celebrate our like 18th birthday and our 16th birthday and our 21st birthday. They really focus on that 15 years. Okay? Another thing here is we have a traditional wedding normally. Bride wears a white gown, guy wears a suit, they have it in a church, kind of like that. In India, the bride doesn't wear a white gown. She wears a flowy, beautiful outfit with the headpiece. The guy may wear a white flowy shirt or white
It's red.
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 Normally when they
Red.
do,
Red.
they wear
is-
red.
Yes.
And the guy will wear like a longer jacket. He's not going to wear a suit jacket. He's going to wear like a longer jacket that's for their culture. Now, the last one that I put up here is something that I wanted to say for last because it's something that I don't necessarily agree with, but I respect it, okay? When they bullfight, okay? When they're bullfighting in Spain or in Mexico, I think they bullfight in Mexico too, or in South America, or wherever they're doing this bullfighting. They have a matador in the ring that gets this bull riled up in front of a bunch of people, right?
Yeah.
So what they're actually doing is they're getting it to run around them, they're waving the flag, they're doing this dance, whatever. But towards the end of it, they start throwing spears in the bull's back. Okay?
Why?
They're basically killing these bulls. Okay?
For no reason?
Well, I'll get there. So me seeing this, I'm like, man, I love animals. I'll protect an animal, and I don't want to hurt it. That's what I'm going to say. I'm sorry.
But I have a question. Since you have animals so much, why couldn't you become a game warden?
I could. That's what I went to school for. That's what my undergrad is.
DNR?
Okay. I didn't want to be a DNR.
DNR.
But I wanted to work with reptiles. But yeah.
Basically, what's in the bull population is they use their horns to flip people up.
Okay, that can happen. But what they do is they killed this bull in front of all of these people, which I didn't like. But come to find out, they do kill the bull, so it's in like a theater, like an entertainment aspect. But it doesn't just die and they just throw the bull to pasture. They eat the bull. Okay, they have this big celebration where they eat the bull, they cook it, they do this thing, and that's their culture. Okay, not something I want to partake in, but I definitely respect it because these people, this is their life. This is something that they do every day. They can't wait to grow up and be matadors. Okay, does everyone make sense? Does that
Can't
make
wait
sense
to
to
grow up
everyone?
to be what?
A matador, just
Oh,
this
okay.
guy.
Yeah. I thought you said Batman, I was so confused.
Okay, we go to the next one. Okay, so we're going to fill them in just like that. Just like that's on there. So religion, language, sexual orientation, exceptionalities, cultural tradition, jobs and incomes. Okay, I used that as one at the beginning was jobs. Sorry.
That's a big word.
Exceptionality.
No.
Oh.
Orientation.
Sexual.
Orientation.
Do you know what that means?
Act of something?
No. Does everybody know what sexual orientation means?
Kind of touched on it. I don't think I said. Sexual orient.
Like, if you like,
It's
Yeah, say it. If you're gay, or if you're lesbian, gay, bisexual,
Yeah.
whatever, LGBT.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it earlier, but I don't think that they. What? The
Thank
I
you.
know what
I knew it didn't matter, I just didn't.
So sexual orientation is who you love, who someone loves. Okay?
What is this?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna tell you about it.
Okay.
And then exceptionalities, because he touched on that as well. You guys understand what that word means?
Mhm.
Like having a disability, everybody understands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you think of any
Okay.
more?
So, he's just-
I don't know, I cannot think of any more.
It's okay. You don't have to put it anymore. We actually talked about it
Are we
before.
doing the back?
Yeah, in just a second.
Okay.
So I wanted to stop here and I want to talk about traditions again, in your family tradition. What holiday did we celebrate?
That's what really all of this
Easter,
we
just-
know about.
2 days ago.
Oh, Easter.
Spring break.
There's,
E-
there's,
Okay.
Easter.
For some people, that was the holiday. Okay. I'm sorry.
but there's certain people that don't celebrate Halloween because it's evil.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that don't celebrate Easter either. Okay? So, this is what I want you to do. Right here, in big letters. I want you to put Easter. Right in this box. Normally you would draw, but I don't want you to draw. Okay? I want you to put Easter in that box. I'm sorry. Just, no. I will give you a new one. Wait for directions. Okay? So you're putting Easter right here. Okay? If you're filling this out, raise your hand because I'm going to give you a new one.
Why?
Because I didn't tell you what to write yet.
Oh,
wait, no, I'm not.
it turns me around.
Okay? Okay, everyone put Easter? Everyone good? Okay, it says write about a holiday you celebrate. However, I don't want you to do that. I want you to tell me a tradition that you do on Easter. Now, if you don't celebrate Easter, tell me what you do on that day. Tell me what you did on Sunday. Okay? Now, if you celebrate Easter, tell me. I went to church, we had a family cookout, we do this. Okay? On Easter, when I was younger, I went to church for Easter service. Okay? If I would have known about the beach service, I probably would have went, the sunrise
That looked
service.
really nice.
Yeah, it looked awesome. But I don't go to church on Easter, and I can't tell you the last time I did. Okay? I meet with my family, I have breakfast, I have a lunch, I hang out with my dogs, I go to the beach now on Easter. I just celebrate like life. Okay? So I want you to tell me what you do on Easter. Okay?
What we did this Easter, or what do we do every Easter?
Like normally what you do on Easter.
I was what I did this Easter.
Okay, that's fine. If you slept, you can say I slept all day and played video games. I cleaned my yard. That's what I did. I went to the beach, cleaned my yard, I went on a golf cart ride, and I had dinner with my family.
How do you spell, is sunrise